So, on Thursday, LBC released an interview between Nigel Farage, the leader of the Brexit Party, and Donald Trump. You can listen to the whole thing in the link below, but Trump essentially said three things. That Corbyn would do bad things to the UK, that Johnson and Farage would be a quote-unquote unstoppable force, and that Johnson's new Brexit deal precludes the possibility of a trade deal with the United States. He does perhaps have a point with the last thing. The UK would have to sort out a whole new customs rebate system before entering into any tariff-based trade deal with the US, which even the keenest advocates think won't be ready until 2030. Anyway, on Friday morning, in the aftermath of the interview, Farage launched the Brexit Party's election campaign, and the big news that came out of it was Farage's new offer to Johnson, a Brexit alliance or electoral pact. In this video, we're going to look at the election pact that Farage is proposing, how it could impact the results, and how the Conservatives responded. This video was brought to you by Mogul News. Mogul News handpicks stories from some of the world's leading newspapers, including The Economist, The FT, The Times, Bloomberg and more, allowing you to get up to speed fast with morning briefings, or dive into topics you're already interested in with handpicked premium content from prestigious journalists from all across the political divide. You could think of it as the Netflix of news. To find out more and get an exclusive TLDR viewer discount, click the link below. You can also find out more about TLDR's funding and sponsorship deals below. Anyway, back to the Brexit Alliance Electoral Pact. Farage's offer to cooperate with the Conservatives comes on the condition that Johnson ditches his New Deal and goes for what he calls a clean break, or what's more commonly known as a no-deal Brexit. Farage suggested that the Conservatives could give the Brexit Party a clear run in 150 seats that the Conservatives have never won before, but admitted there could be a negotiation on that number. This would essentially mean the Conservatives not running MPs in the constituencies that they don't have much chance of winning. The idea is that certain constituencies are very unlikely to vote Conservative, no matter how pro-Brexit they are. The ingrained feelings that these constituencies have towards the Tories make their victory very unlikely. So, to avoid splitting the Brexiteer vote, the Brexit Party suggests that in these 150 constituencies, the Conservatives don't put forward a candidate, allowing the Brexit Party to capture all of the Leaver votes. However, if Johnson refused this offer, Farage said that the Brexit Party would field candidates in every constituency in this coming election. So, what are the chances of this actually happening? Well, basically zero. There's no way the Conservatives are going to agree to not contesting 150 seats, and there's even less chance of Johnson dropping his New Deal. In fact, a couple of hours after Farage came out with this offer, James Cleverly, the Conservative Party chairman, rejected the idea of a Brexit alliance, and instead argued that voting for the Brexit Party could let Jeremy Corbyn into Downing Street. This isn't even the first time the Conservatives have rejected an offer like this. Back in September, a Conservative source said that Farage and his allies weren't fit and proper persons, going on to say they should never be allowed anywhere near government. And this source isn't the only Conservative to dislike Farage. Strategy Chief Dominic Cummings has been keen to keep Farage away from the Brexit cause for a long time, even describing him as electorally toxic to the voters that Vote Leave needed to persuade. With Cummings in such a senior position, it's even more unlikely that Farage's pact would be accepted, as Cummings would want to keep the toxicity of Farage away from more moderate Conservative voters. So why did Farage even come out with this offer, if there was no chance of the Conservatives agreeing to it? Well, there's an obvious answer. He thinks it's a good look politically. He can still maintain that he's a pragmatist, and that all he wants is to get Brexit done, while at the same time appealing to the Brexit voting slice of the electorate, to try and take some of them away from the resurgent Conservative Party. He also might be hoping to split the Conservative Party, because if he can convince enough of the hard Brexit wing of the Conservatives that Johnson's deal isn't a true Brexit, and that the electoral pact would be the only way to guarantee Brexit, then he might be able to exploit this in the election campaign. Even if Tory MPs did believe that this kind of deal was to their advantage, they'd still be cautious to take it up. This comes back to the perceived toxicity of Farage and Trump. Any associations between the Conservatives and these two works in Labour's favour. It allows Corbyn to continue condemning the actions of Trump and Farage and lumping the Tories in with these two. In fact, just having Trump support Johnson isn't a great look for him, especially considering that the majority of Brits from all across the political divide have negative feelings about Trump. Even if the Conservatives did think that a deal could work, protecting their image may end up being more important. And even if they were to strike a deal, they want to keep it very secretive and avoid cozying up with Trump and Farage. As I mentioned at the start, this video was brought to you by Mogul News. Subscribers not only get access to a variety of news sources all in one place, they also get access to hand-picked premium content. That means that with one subscription, you can get access to a variety of normally paywalled articles on topics that you're already likely interested in. Because of their subscription model, they don't have to serve ads anywhere on the site, and I know from the comments how much you guys hate ads. Anyway, this means that they don't need to use clickbait titles or sensationalist stories to get your attention. I've been using Mogul constantly ever since I got it, and I love the variety of perspectives it delivers to me all in one app. To learn more about Mogul and get our discounted rate, click the link down below. While you're here, be sure to hit the subscribe button to get even more news from TLDR. You can also hit the bell icon if you want to be notified every time we release a video. And if you want more from us, you can find TLDR across all social networks simply by searching for TLDR News. And if you want your name featured at the end of the videos, just like these people, then you can sign up to back us on Patreon. There's a link to that in the description.